G'day, how you going? Welcome to Sumo's Projects and welcome to this 2019 Woodworking Shop Tour. Did one last year, it was very well received, and I'm looking forward to showing you the couple of the changes I made in my workshop environment in that time over 12 months, and just some improvements I've been working on and continue to work on. But if this is the first time you've viewed Sumo's Projects, I'd appreciate it if you go ahead and click on the subscribe button and also hit the notification bell. My content involves a mix of project videos, some reviews on some new tools that come out on the market, also doing some shop updates and highlighting other makers of interest, not only on YouTube but also on Instagram and anywhere else on the internet. So go ahead, hit the subscribe, and I'll take you for a bit of a pan around the shop and explain things as I go. Alright, enjoy. This is my daily industrial 3 horsepower table saw. It's quite a heavy table saw. I think it comes in around 220 kilos or something over 350 odd pounds. So it's quite a solid table saw. It operates on a dovetail trunnion, and I presume in the big scheme of things this gives you some of the greatest accuracy as far as keeping your blade positioned in the position it should be angled to. The table saw has an overall capacity of ripping down sheets up to 52 inches. That's a considerable amount, considering I suppose a lot of us won't need to reach these maximum sizes as far as tearing down sheet goods, but I opted to go for the large option, especially, I don't know, I was sort of new to woodworking and I thought bigger is better. Not necessarily always the case, but I'm sort of glad at times that I did purchase this, because I have had the use to use the full size of the table saw. So here we have, this is my workbench. It's a portable workbench. It's set up on casters, and I made it to be at a height that's a little bit underneath the outfeed here. This is another small table, and this bench sits a little bit lower than that. So it has precision dog holes in it. I chose to go with this type of workbench. I'm not a fine woodworker. I find I have different needs for clamping things down, and I did see a lot of videos that did have benches with dog holes, and I thought, what a great idea to be able to clamp something down on any part of the surface. I'll give you an example. I have a range of armour tool clamps here. You can set these up. There you go, that's as solid as a rock. It's not going anywhere. And also bought myself some of these, which are similar hold down clamps. They work on the slide in. You can either knock them down, or they've got a threaded shaft, so you can lock them down that way. And what a great addition to the workshop that has been in the last 12 months. This is my Sherwoodk 16-inch bandsaw. It's set up with a resaw blade, and in particular I wanted this to cut down small logs into good pieces of wood to work with, and so far I found it brilliant for doing that application, as long as the size of the logs are manageable to be able to lift up. I've got an in-feed and an out-feed table, and I've also got a jig. I've got a video on how I made that jig if you want to scroll back down through my video list, or I'll potentially I'll leave a link. But this has been a great addition. I had this in my shop tour last year. I've used it quite a lot, and you'll notice also a lot of my machines are of the brand Sherwood, because it's a place where I purchase these. It's closer access for me to get to, and I find they're as good as any machines that are on the market anywhere in the world today. So that's the reason you'll see a lot of Sherwood stuff here. So I've got 2 bandsaws. This is set up specifically for one purpose, and I'll show you my little 14-inch now, which is set up for other jobs. This is a 14-inch Sherwoodk Bandsaw. It's a fantastic little addition to my shop. The reason I say that, it's made life easy for doing smaller type work. I love the one in the 16-inch with a resaw blade, but that's set up for just that purpose. Can do a whole array of activities with this, as far as things like cutting templates and then tracing templates onto bits of timber. It did come with a thicker blade in there now. I put a small blade in there, and that blade is quite an aggressive blade, but still has the ability and is thin enough to have that manoeuvrability and do all types of curvature cuts. So this is great. I would recommend something like this for anyone. I wouldn't probably look at a 9 or a 10-inch type bandsaw because you will probably be a little bit disappointed by the capacity that you're given. So, you know, you're looking at the width here from the throat, and then also the height you got to work with. So, you know, as they get smaller, all those things get smaller as well. So essentially, you know, you get sort of the upgrade of the machines will give you the greater capacity. This is a good little powerful unit. So if you're in the market for one of these, I'd strongly advise to look at the 14-inch. This is a 13-inch, 330mm thicknesser. So it's once again a Sherwood product. Sherwood, you can always tell by this colour scheme for their casings, although they're bound onto a black, so that's actually quite a good looking machine, and upgraded on some of the features on them. But for what this is, it's a great machine. It has a granite base in it, so it's got a little bit of extra weight to hold things down into place. I've set this up at a height where I can feed stock in this way, and say if I've got something long, I've got the ability to move this around. And the outfeed of this actually goes at the nice height across my workbench. So I set it up, trying to make things sort of compatible in the workshop, and that essentially helps out a lot with the workflow. So good little machine. One day maybe get a bigger one, who knows, but I don't think I've got a need for it at the moment. So I love this, and it's they call them lunchbox type thicknesses, don't they? I don't know what. It's a heavy lunchbox. The Bosch 12-inch axial glide system miter saw. So I suspect anyone who has one of these understands they're a thing of beauty, and really they give you such an awesome capacity in many ways. They're sort of dialed in as soon as you take them out of the box. I don't think I've ever had to make an adjustment on this. I do check my work, and things come out as square as they did the first day. So this year I'm going to work on making a miter saw station, so stay tuned to Sumo's projects. And it's something I need to do, because essentially one downfall I found with these is a dust extraction. I think Festool got the best dust extraction system, but they cost an arm and legs. But this particular machine, I think what I'll do is same as everyone else. I've seen a lot of great ideas on YouTube. I'll build the box mechanism out the back, and also make a type of a bed for either side of this cutting blade, and just put a little bit of shelving in, because I don't think I need too much in here, but just to get that dust out of the way is what I'm looking for. What I'll do now, I'll just pan you around certain parts of the shop, just some of my storage areas and that, and I'll talk over them. I used to believe that you must have more cabinetry, more places to put things, but then you end up buying things that you probably don't need. So here you can see I've got my assortment of screws in these tubs. They're nice and large, and also other miscellaneous type things like casters and all those sort of accessories. I have this free cabinet that I was given, and it has deep drawers, which is great, and I put in there some of my other machines or smaller tools and power tools, so that's become a handy addition as well. Moving across here is a big cabinet. I bought this one a long time ago, and that also holds a lot of my Craig and also Ryobi tools. This is the Craig router table. It's the larger version. I'm not sure the number, PRS or something like that, but it's got the phenolic top and also the heavy duty base on it. Absolutely love this machine. One of the first things I did buy, and essentially it's one of those go-to type machines where you can do so much with them. You know, you can cut dados, you can cut rabbits. If you've got the jig set up for them, the eye box, things like that. Also handy for doing chamfers and roundovers, and I do a lot of those with making cutting boards and associated type things. So fantastic setup to have. I've got the, I'll just pan down with the video. I've got the Triton, I think this is a 3¼ horsepower Triton router. Excellent machine. It's got the lift mechanism, so it's a patented type setup. Easy to put your lift up and down. And got all your tools here, taking the plate out, loosening your collets and interchanging, and you can go between a 1/2 inch and a 1/4 inch or 3/8 collet or shank size with these. So great machine to have, and I'm pretty wrapped with that one. One of my most recent purchases was from doing a lot of overtime and saving my pennies, and this came on special, and I thought I needed this. I looked at what I had in last year's shop tour, and it was only a small little Oscillating drill press. Did a good job for what it was, but this one offers so much more. It's actually only a 5-speed, but I find for woodworking applications you probably don't need any more than 5 speeds. So the variation of speeds is good, depending on the size of the Forstner bit or drill bit you're using. What else? It has a great capacity. It's a radial type drill, so I can wind this out to potentially about here. So this is my Sherwoodk 10-inch or 250mm jointer combo thicknesser. I use it primarily as a jointer. Capacity is great. I'd never understood why a single machine like have a jointer that goes potentially to 12 inches or 350mm, why that can't be produced. But this is my clamp rack. It's pretty terrible at the moment. It's been pretty terrible for a long time. Another project I have to do this year to make something a little bit more practical, where you can get rid of or store a lot more clamps. Have a little Sherwoodk Oscillating spindle sander here. These are great. Doing curvature work, you know, when you cut near the line on the bandsaw, and you've got to clean it up and get it pretty close to as accurate as you can. This is a machine that can help you out big time. So this is my larger clamp rack. I've got a few Bitsy Clamps, absolutely love them. People who've got them probably would agree with that. Got some sash clamps from the hardware store. They work alright. Got some aluminium ones, they work alright as well. And this is a Torquato range from Timbercon. They're a good product as well. And they're probably about half the price of the Bitsy and work on a similar type of system of clamping. This is where I store my timber. I have 2 racks, one vertical, one horizontal, and also a series of slabs just leaning up against the wall. So there you go, folks. That's the 2019 Woodworking Shop Tour. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please subscribe to this channel and follow me on my journey on YouTube, and look forward to reading your comments in the comment section down below. So all be well, happy woodworking, and till next time, I'll see you around.